Hello and welcome back to Planet Zoo, to our career zoo here in Mexico. And today we're going to continue the bronze challenges. We're going to get one habitat species from the tundra and just a bunch more guests now. My plan was to have a different area for the tundra biome, so I'm gonna pop them over here. For, you know, me not going insane. By having snow habitats right next to really warm habitats. I just, no. What even is this? I'm gonna ask. And I'm gonna do the realistic thing and build houses for them. Even if it's gonna take just a little longer, but honestly, the last scenario we've got, we might as well do it a little more. Might as well put a little more effort into it, right? So, we need anything from the tundra. We could get reindeer, we could get timber wolves. And I believe I'm going to get timber wolves. So 2 timber wolves, and then I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of the plant life around here. And turn this space here into a timber wolf habitat. That means we're going to build them. I don't even know if this is enough space for a timber wolf though, probably not. Let's do the reindeer over here. They need less space. Why? What's going on? Are you stressed? Well, just hide? They do have enough shelter, right? But still a few too many plants. Well, I can change that. More white plants. Yeah, but they're stressed because there's so many people. Let's just quickly see if putting up some shut up boards will help. Guests, please shut up. He's already got boards not telling people to feed them, but he doesn't have any telling people to be quiet. Might as well go the full, might go all the way Bernie, you know. But he has a food court right here, so it's pretty essential to tell people to be quiet, right? And to not feed the animals. So all of this is gonna be one big excursion, one big visit to the Arctic. Breeze blocks might work, yeah, why not? Right. If I make that mistake, I'm gonna build like a building right here. Obviously, I can't make the whole area just one building because the animals won't, like, we'd have to have the biggest building in the whole zoo, but I'm gonna make a big indoor area. And then I'm gonna do a small outdoor area as well. For most of the animals. You know, might as well go that little extra mile. Make it a little more realistic. Right, I already messed up. There we go, and we'll need a door. And then I'm gonna take this whole thing and just move it until it's exactly where I want it. Which is very much connected to this path. And very much in a decent position here. There we go. And I'm gonna take, I believe wood would be okay, but I'm gonna work with glass as always, just to, you know, because it looks slightly better. And because I can curve it. Wolves can't enter this water, but...
The zoo's absolutely bursting with guests. It's wonderful. The more people who see these amazing animals, the more who'll care for their well-being in the decades to come.
That's true. But they are still gonna have a fairly large outdoor area, but hopefully we can make that a little, you know, not as problematic as it might seem at first. This place might actually be big enough to house an actual polar bear once in a while, but There are no polar bears in Bossing Sea, okay? No polar bears. Yet. Because I fear we're gonna need to have some at some point. Knowing the game and its ultimate friendliness, it's probably gonna demand some weird rare animals. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That connect? No. Can you please connect? Thank you. How big is that thing? 4,000 square meters. Well, that's a lot of space. I did want them to have access to the water, so. Yeah, well, let's just put them in here, shall we? Building's not finished. Maybe I should first finish the building. I'm gonna have some of these guys here. Like that, pretty much. And then I'm just gonna build a second floor. I'm gonna split this from the group. Copy it upwards. Start another group up top. Really nothing special. I live in a climate zone where it's pretty cold, so we don't usually have buildings for the animals that need a cold area, except for like penguins and polar bears. Everyone else is just supposed to live with the temperatures outside. But we do have, like most zoos have buildings for animals that live in warm and tropical climates. So, I mean, essentially we're just doing the same thing, just the other way around, right? Roofs. Can I have a... Why would I have a plastic roof? Why would I have a glass roof? That would be like the most stupid thing to have in here. A glass roof. Are there no pretty roofs in this game? Vertical wooden. I suppose we'll have to go with that, won't we? They were all hideous. Planet Zoo. Why? Why is everything here so ugly? There's a difference between modern and ugly, you know. This is 2 meter, yeah. And the difference is quite devastating, actually. No dangerous animal has escaped. The hyena just went to the river. Probably. Yeah, see, the guy's not even running anymore. Didn't escape, it just went too close to the water or something. Which animal has apparently escaped? There's a hippo. What? You? You apparently escaped? Okay. Fair enough. But also I have to research animals. At least the ones I have brought in myself. There we go. Where was my weird dome? Here it is. The rest of the zoo is built so well and distinct, but like, we can't make this out of glass. If we make this out of glass, we might as well not build one, you know? Glass houses are great for when you want to keep something warm, not for when you want to cool something off. Right, I have to... Well, actually I can move all of it as one piece. Do wherever it needs to go to fit mostly on here. Now, of course, I did a stupid thing with the walls where they don't really line up, but who cares? Same thing as before, split this from the group, advance, move, rotate, blah blah blah. We could actually turn this into like a shared habitat maybe. And by that I mean, you know, like turn the house into 2 pieces of house. All the way down, all the way down. And then with 2 inside pieces and like just use a sort of fence on the outside to turn it into 2 pieces. And you know, just leave it at that as sort of a shared area for 2 types of wolves. Because we've got enough space for both wolf species here. And we really will eventually need that many species, believe me. So like, you know, take a barrier, pop it here, and pull it through like this to separate the space roughly. Actually, no, I don't know if the wolves can enter this because of the water space. Okay, no, that removes all the water. Let's try that though. Let's see if it works. Remove the water. Then I'm gonna push this down so that it's almost flat so that the animals can actually enter. Yep. That only replaced the water in that area though. I've heard the game is just like, I have to calculate, give me a second. You know, then for half a second it's like valid, and then it's like, no, not valid after all. And then you can just take the glass barrier, continue it from here, and sort of halve in the house as well. Turn it into a shared wolf habitat house. I'm putting way too much work into building this, by the way, for what I normally do in this type of zoos, but you know, as I said, it's the last one we're doing, so might as well. Yeah. Who cares? It's never gonna properly fit anyways. Now, theoretically speaking, if we put coolers in here, this should help a little. And we'll get 2 species in it, so can't see properly, but that's okay. You know, because everything is so dark, it's just like, am I sure that this fits? Not really. I'm gonna turn it until it's roughly properly lined. And then we're gonna move it around a little. There we go. Okay, so that's our two habitats. We need an entrance for the other one. This one. Just have a gate right here. And you know, we could have like the staff area and something around here as well. Now for the ground, we'll definitely need some other terrain. They won't like sand. I think now I'm just going to fill it up with soil. Most of the place, and then we're going to rework that, but for now just going to make it soil and heavy soil on the inside. Not that it makes a difference, but looks different. It makes a difference to me. There we go. I'm gonna have a visitor path coming in here. Path. There we go. So that people can come in and, you know, take a look at the animals directly. Their home, and then each of the animal, if they want to, can go outside and swim. They're probably going to spend most of the time in the water anyways, so you know, that's the main focus there. Next we'll need our own staff center, which I'm going to pop back here. Staff center for the polar region. I'm also not going to have all of this in glass, like I'm going to take wood and just wood it. Turn it into wood, there we go. Same for the thing in between, like on the inside I'm going to leave it glass so that people can actually, you know, see around there, but here it's all just going to be wood. This is also going to be glass. Perfect. Normally I'd put windows and stuff into this, but you know. Next thing we'll need our coolers for the indoor area. Now, the indoor area should generally be colder, but it's probably not going to be colder by that much, right? It's cold-ish. The animals would probably survive, but it didn't escape, it just took a dip. But I need to find the habitat gate for this thing. And just, you know, change this a little. Whoever made these barriers didn't consider that someone would... Wait, no, this isn't even an issue of the fact that I filled it. This thing has always been filled. It wasn't even me, this was just the game. Stupido. There we go, and I'll get rid of this inside barrier and you're done. Yeah, perfect. Now they can't escape anymore. It's not escaped. There's no barrier there. And artworks, well, artworks are always stressed, so... you know. Obligatory be quiet sign. Or 10 of them, maybe? 1, 2, 3... that should be enough. Not like they cover a lot of space anyways. Okay, and now, let's finish our staff area over here. Because we definitely want to have some staff facilities, so like... 1 or 2 keeper huts. Staff room. Why does the staff room look like a bit of cake? Yes, we have cakes like that here. Don't question it. We need some energy and we need some water. Even though that thing should already be clean, but whatever. And then we're gonna create a new work zone. I'm gonna call it the hottest tundra ever. And now the hottest tundra ever is gonna get employees. 1 caretaker, 1 keeper, 1 mechanic, and 1 vet for now. You know, since it's so hot, it's obviously gonna get more people at some point, but for now, the hottest tundra ever isn't that popular yet, so we gotta be careful with not overfilling it. Okay. Other way, let's get the wolves in, into this one. The idea is that they can go into the house to hide and seek shelter when it's too hot, which it's always going to be too hot. And I probably wouldn't be able to kill this down all the way to where we need it, technically speaking. But I always preferred the idea of cooling a house than cooling, you know, the outside, because that's just unrealistic. In all honesty, it is incredibly unrealistic. That anyone would go and cool an outside area. For the inside, yeah.
I really must congratulate you on finding the space to fit in animals from such a range of different biomes. This zoo's like an amazing rainbow of life.
Thank you.
It seems like just a few months ago, this entire project was merely an idea. An idea which I wasn't entirely sure was even feasible. But, once again, you've managed to make the impossible possible. I don't know how I ever would have done this without your help.
You wouldn't.
You know, in a couple more years, I imagine it'll be you hiring some hot new talent who makes you feel almost redundant.
Hopefully not. Right, we're just gonna fill this up with some stuff to sleep on. And obviously the animals are going to go outside, but this is sort of like supposed to be their main place to stay, so I'm also gonna have most of the toys and such in here to sort of keep them entertained while they're inside. And I'm gonna have a fair amount of sprinklers outside. I know that they'll be redundant at some point, like they won't actually get points for them, but it will cool them off. Even if it's just a little. And they want grass. Some grass. And rock, so we can do rock inside instead of it, and we don't even have to worry about getting snow in. Lucas is low welfare. Why? Because it was too hot, but like the idea is that they're mostly gonna stay inside, which I hope is going to work. You know, if they go outside, they'll just have to take a bath in the pool, and I'm gonna place trees and such, which should also help. Anyways, silver is the next one. That is 4 habitat species from Tundra, 3,000 on marketing yearly, and 2,200 guests. Let's start with the marketing actually, because that just means that we have to wait. There. Emily Hour commercials, that's fine. Now we're gonna find the right plants for our little wolves here. They just love the water bites. That's Europe, Asia, North America, temperate taiga, tundra. Europe, North America, Asia. And temperate, and we're just gonna have a lot of trees because trees give you shade, and shade usually means that the animals won't die from overheating. Which is sort of what we're going for here, right? Like, we don't want dead animals.
Oh, seeing the happy faces of all these guests gives me a really warm feeling inside. Oh, no, wait, that's actually my habanero taco.
Oh, Bernie. Get healthy food. Good old bad jokes, you know, you just can't not make them. Which should also cool the area down, theoretically speaking. Nope, they don't. Okay, so that actually doesn't matter. I was hoping that having trees would, you know, give some shade. That would help. I'm just gonna have some bushes in here to make the area look a little more social. And you know, a few small trees. Can I please... This is like the one thing I hate. Trying to get into houses and the game is just like, no, you can't, sorry. All I want is to put some trees in here to make the place look less sad. Some smallish trees that I can actually fit. Gotta test that out before we put them in there. I'm sure that there are some trees we can put in that look nice. Looks like a tiny spruce tree? Yeah, there we go. That would work. Would work if I managed to place it. Just gonna have some bracken and stuff in the ground. Always completely redundant. You don't have to do this. I just currently feel like decorating. So I am going to. Because, you know, the animals are mostly gonna live in here. We all know that. Yes, they can go outside, but they're gonna die from heat exhaustion as soon as they leave, so they're probably not going to do that all that much. So we might as well ensure that the inside looks decent as well. Okay, next thing we need is more education boards, obviously. And I hope the guests are also going to go inside. Because they'll get to see just as many animals in there. For realist purposes of making this somewhat realistic, I'm actually going to have to take this and pull it all the way up. Because, you know, people shouldn't be able to climb into the habitat. And if they might want to, it's not a good idea. Right. And stuff have to queue in the workshop, I don't really care. And with that, we've got our first animal here, and we're gonna continue in the next episode. We're gonna put the Arctic wolves in here, and we're gonna put some reindeer or dall sheep in there. And yeah, I'll see you again.